guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm showing you how to make this card. So I'm taking a 5x7" card, I think it is. Yep, or 7x5, however you want to look at it. And then I'm taking the Hello Bluebird Skating Party, and I just drew out a random shape that I thought would work. I could not find a stamp set or a die set that actually worked as an ice rink. So I found a pond die, which I just didn't think would be the right size, and I didn't want to waste money. I also bought some swimming pool dies a while ago and didn't use them because it just wasn't the right size again. So I just found the easier way, which was just drawing it out. So I'm going to do some ink blending. I just used Tumbled Glass by Distress Oxide. This is my go-to ink, as I've probably said enough times for you guys. So the other day I did make another ice rink kind of card using a whimsy stamp as well. And basically I wanted to do two different versions of an ice skating rink and just see which one worked better. So I have to say, now that I've done both cards, I do prefer the ice skating one with the whimsy stamp that I did. And you'll see what the difference is if you've been watching the Christmas card series so far. If you haven't, make sure you go and check out the rest of the videos, because I definitely do show you a couple of variations of cards. So I just stamped out my images that I want, and I'm just going to colour those in. So I'll speed this up and insert some music, and I'll talk to you guys in a second. Once I've done that, guys, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. My sentiment is actually from a Colorado craft company stamp, which is the holiday ornament. So I'm using Season's Greetings. You could change this to Merry Christmas, anything you have. I'm now going to use my tape runner. Now, I used to use a tape runner all the time. You may have seen that whenever I first started on YouTube, but then I could no longer purchase the one that I used to love in the UK, and if I bought it elsewhere, it would take a couple of months to get to me, so it just seemed kind of pointless. So I tried using, more glue, and anyways, I finally found a tape runner that I love, and it is the Tombow Mono Maxi Power. Now, I do have the Tombow Mono original. Don't really like that one. I prefer this one, and the reason for that is because it has a bendable head where the other ones don't, so I can get into positions that I don't normally get into. So anyway, I just stamped all my images down, glued all my images down using that tape runner, and I'm now going to use a white gel pen just to add some details. And then I do go over this again with some NUVO drops in the shade Ivory Shell, I believe. And then I also used some stickles for the border of the lake. You could leave it if you wanted to. I just wanted it to stand out a little bit more, so I used the sea glass stickles to do the border of the pond or ice skating rink, depending on what you want to call it. And then to make the ice rink look realistic, I used glossy accents. Now, it did take a lot longer than I would have liked, so that's why I kind of preferred the other version I did, using the whimsy stamp and some swishing motion with some embossing ink and embossing powder. So I guess it just depends on how much time and how much patience you have. I'm not one of those persons who can cope with doing something for too long. Also, I do not recommend this card, especially this technique, if you have arthritis in your hands, because it does hurt after a while, constantly having to squeeze out some liquid. So I did start off using a Glossy Accents small bottle, but I then did go on to a bigger bottle that I have, so I thought it might go a little bit quicker. Turns out, not really that much of a difference, because of the nozzles on the top of the bottle. So, yeah. So, the small bottle I have is an 18ml, and the big bottle is a 59ml. So it's a big difference, but literally it took so long. Anyways guys, that is it for the video. I also brought in my wink of Stella just to add some sparkles to the critters' scarves and hats. But apart from that, that is it for the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. Comment down below if you watched the previous video. I can't remember which one's going to go up first. I kind of think it might be this one actually. But I can just check that for you. So it turns out this card's going up first, and then the Whimsy stamp goes up the day after this at 4:30 UK time. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell, and it will tell you when this video goes up. So you'll have to let me know down in the comments which version you preferred. Like I said, I do prefer the embossing powder version more, but it would have been great if I had a stamp this size. Also, a little thing at the end is, once this did dry, once you picked it up, my cardstock did bend a little bit, so I had to rebend it back, and it did crack the glossy accents as well. So I do recommend not doing that, but just have a play around and see what works for you. Also, I recommend doing any detailing like this before you do your glossy accents, because I didn't, and as you can see, I'm struggling to do anything. So that is it for the video, guys, and I'll see you next time. Make sure you go over to my Instagram, follow me over there, and yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Have fun and see what works for you, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.